because he's the sexy one.
There you go.
Mm.
Girls love a little bit of scary.
That is absolutely the perfect way to
Can't
start
hear
the
you.
show. You know, guys, that was absolutely the perfect way to start the show as I like transition the screens. Newbie in his deep voice goes, something about the sexy one. And it's just perfect. So, hello, everybody out there. I don't know what happened to the intro that it started in the middle. It just started in the middle, and that's the way it is. So, we had a short intro. So, how is everybody out there in the audience today? Looks like we got a few of you. And also, we got a couple folks here. So, we've got Newbie in the middle of a snowstorm or whatever the hell's going on up there. He's going to die. We're not sure.
It's
Hopefully
always
not.
snowing up here, man.
If he dies, do I get to keep this Titan?
You do. You do. It's all yours. It's all yours.
No,
Cool.
you have to will the Titan to gun.
Yes.
And then
I'm currently.
and then we've got Gun who made it just in time.
Yeah, just got home.
So
Nap.
you're gonna take a nap.
Yeah, I was just gonna lie down for a little bit.
Well, the good news is we can actually have the show because my power's back and nobody's freezing anymore. So that's
There you
always good.
Yeah, glad everyone's okay.
I have a giant head. I do because I make it that way. It's
They
like
call
I'm
it
like
magic head.
Neil Cavuto. Giant fucking head.
Of course, half the
Oh.
people don't even know who Neil Cavuto
I
is.
just want to wish everyone. It's the most important holiday of the year. Everyone, it is Danny DeVito Day.
Danny DeVito Day.
It is. New Jersey had declared the 17th of November as Danny DeVito Day.
All right.
So make sure you watch some Always Sunny in Philadelphia or some Batman or
could-
something.
Okay.
You could stack 3 Danny DeVitos to make one gun.
Just in height, at least. Yeah.
I don't know what I did to you, Miss,
Wow.
but you're just not centered anymore. It's just so bizarre.
And
Because he's.
There he goes. There we go.
I'm physically moving my laptop for you.
Because we need to turn the Can we turn the Gerber jar so that he's centered?
Whoop! Oh, turn him
He's
off.
so
Turn him
cute,
back on.
man.
Why you gotta be so?
So first world problem when you're undocking out of your Keepstar in a Titan and you're checking the havens and you warp and you go to cancel but it doesn't cancel fast enough, so you now warp into a haven. You're not 100% sure it's a gas site or not. That is my first world problem at the moment I'm currently experiencing.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
think you should be telling me that you're having issues flying my Titan.
I'm not having issues flying it. I'm having issues with the game not having gas sites. Why is gas havens a thing? And it's a gas haven.
By the way, Moomin's asking if this is like the hookup channel. Moomin, just join the
Come on the show.
Discord and come on the
Moomin.
Discord
I
and come
love
on the
Moomin.
show.
We need to have Moomin. We
on
need
the
to have
show.
Moomin on again.
We do.
think
I love it
Moomin's
when he
afraid
comes on.
to
He's
come
fun.
on the show. Moomin knows better.
This is how
We could
to
have
lose a
have
Titan.
like opposites day. We'll have a boat and Moomin guest
Ooh.
appearance.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. We
Fun.
know you talk a lot. That's why we love you. I can just shut up and run the show. It's great.
I can just sit here and play other games and not worry about it.
What are you playing today, Scythe?
I'm playing Eve right now.
Oh my God, he's playing Eve.
Yes, I'm doing it wrong.
Are you using your new jump freighter?
You better be moving
I-
all that fuel.
I am literally logging in to move that fuel.
Rude. What did I say rude to Moomin?
He said, I don't know.
I don't
Why
know
are you
either.
so mean to Moomin? Oh my god.
I'm not mean to Moomin.
Why are you
He's one of my
so
favorite-
mean to me?
One of my favorite people in Eve.
Oh no. Oh, it was me? How was I rude to Moomin? I said he could come on and talk, and I don't have to talk now.
Oh,
I just play other games. I like not having to do work. It's
To be
great.
honest,
Right
So-
now I'm carrying people.
so the only person without one of these now is like what? Mist.
yeah,
Everybody has their
I
beast?
don't have one yet. I'm gonna order that, but my parents own the Amazon, so they'd be like, "Why have you ordered 3 dog toys?" Instead of like,
Your parents own the Amazon.
Yes, they own the Amazon account.
Aren't you military? You get a free Prime account.
Please no doxing. And no, we don't get the same shit you do.
Terrible.
Yeah, there's no doxing missed. You can't even see him because he's camouflaged. He's got his green shirt on.
No, we don't get the same stuff you do, so you
That's
get more.
because your country sucks.
Actually, our stuff now it actually looks like the old British field camo stuff.
The
It's kinda
green
interesting.
that I've seen.
I like the DC. Yeah, it's the old green with it's like stuff you guys wore in like the late.
We have a new person that came and joined, and he's back again.
Drive by.
Hey, RJ, how you doing, brother?
Oh, it's a drive-by roll tide.
Roll time.
Oh my god.
Yep. RJ, how many tides have you been rolling today?
I can tell you how many video sequences I've been doing in Unreal today.
But how many? Answer the B. How many roll tides?
I thankfully have not seen any roll tides today.
Cool.
Newbie happened to be the first.
I got it.
What's it say on your
You
head,
need to get a
newbie?
pap too, but
Yeah, get Pap, son.
it says danger, man with power tools.
I'm gonna be
It's
using
just a,
I'm gonna be using a nail gun later on in the week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. I love
There
it.
you go. Love them. It's gas one, right? Not them stupid electric ones.
So in the land of Eve, right? Looks like the new
I
and
brought a
interest-
Moomin.
Hey, we got a new person.
Oh, we
I
got a
added a
Moomin.
Moomin.
Hello, Moomin. How are you?
Moomin, you're muted.
Hello, dear.
Oh, wait. I have to give him talkie permissions. Hold on.
Oh, Jesus.
Now he has talkie
No,
permissions.
no, don't
Worst.
give him talking permission.
I mean, I could just kick him.
No,
But Moomin,
we
you'll
don't
have
do
to
that.
mute and unmute yourself, buddy. You see, whoop.
There
you
he
go.
Yeah, how
is.
am I
There
doing?
you are. There you are. Now we can hear you,
Excellent.
buddy.
Hello, Moomin.
Yeah, he's right. Also hostile. Get fucked.
Wow.
Moomin, if I see you in real life as an apology, you too could get a squeaky bee.
Squeaky bee. I
I
want more than that.
He's like,
I want a lot more.
Wait till you see my next Sino beacon I put down. It's gonna be called Mim and Get Fucked.
Whatever. You will not be the first or the last person to name structures after me. I am
But-
Oh
sure.
my god.
but it's done out of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, so what are you guys talking about? Because apparently there's been quite a few bits and pieces happening this week in Eve.
Man, I don't
We're
know.
trying
Some
to.
somebody put down the first Ansiblex today.
Well, yesterday someone put down the Sinosaurus beacon. Today we put down.
Yeah,
the
we're not
bridges.
giving Test any credit.
We're putting the bridges
Tell them
down.
to get their own show.
No one's put a jammer up yet. No one's put the jammy boy up yet.
Thanks, Laughing Man, for the sub, by the way. 15 months.
Oh, wow, nice. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So since I've been super busy, have they like just changed the modules out, or are they making y'all rebuild them?
So you have to build them because of new shit. And in 2 weeks' time, the current stuff goes offline. So you've got 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks from patch day. So a week and a half left to put up your new bridge network and everything. And if you don't, everyone dies horribly.
Yay!
And
wait.
those
Can't go anywhere.
those space truckers and goons must be freaking like busy.
They're very busy bees.
That's
Well,
why,
you
that's
can't-
why
there it
I
is.
look so alert.
You say that now, but historically, when it comes down to stuff that is done by GSOL, which is Goon Swarm Offensive Logistics, those guys, they are so good with their spreadsheets and everything else. They've probably had a plan in place for like months and just been like waiting to execute it. Everything would have been bought, everything would have been like prepared. So I'm sure that they will be well on top of it all.
Yeah, that's what I was
Well-
referring to. The busy space truckers.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
That
The
he's
thing
had a
is,
spreadsheet for 3 weeks ready to go, at least.
On Sissy, they kept on changing what was on the files they first started off needing like 400 parts, and then that got changed around, and then they added this new thing that you've got to build for the gates, because they know how much people dig into the files on Hobo leagues, so they literally just immediately start trolling people. Because they're like, well, they're going to be.
I will
reading
say though
it,
that I
they might
think
as well.
that ice
Well, you say it's trolling, but I would say
miners
that
are
it's
gonna
not.
be really happy though.
Because I don't see it as like trolling necessarily. I'd see it very much more that they put in placeholder values because they don't necessarily know what they're on. So they just like, you know, the developer will throw in a number, and then that will get resolved later on to become a little bit more accurate.
But it was like 400 of one thing, 100 of another, and then they just divided the numbers by 100. And they keep changing this because at first was like 200 billion, and then they cut it down.
So Aramis
I
out
guess
in the
it's-
chat is asking, do pause systems still work? And the answer is yes, until we don't
modules-
need
yeah,
them anymore.
Modules still work.
Hey,
fine
laugh-
outside.
Laughing Man just subscribed 15 months in a row.
I already called
Yeah.
them.
Already had that.
He doesn't
Well,
get
apparently
two.
my
Newbie's still in that other time zone where he's an hour behind or something. I don't know.
He's just got that old person's time scale.
He didn't hear.
Really? What? Get off my lawn.
Dementia.
Oh, you know what? Eric can say get off his lawn now. That's the best.
What, does he have a lawn now?
No, he's just old enough that he can get away with it.
Eric's young. I don't know why you're picking on him. And to be honest with you, Total
I got-
Newbie's young as well.
I could pick on him because he's almost twice my age.
Moomin, last week, Total Newbie, Scythe, and a friend of ours, Demorg, all came out for my birthday. And
Well, they've all
We drank-
confessed
Whoa!
to being gay.
Yes,
Oh, right, excellent.
As long
Everybody-
as it's for Jay.
guess
I
what?
was the big spoon.
Everybody just moved around because somebody disconnected and reconnected very quickly.
I think that was
I
the total
am now a
newbie.
newbie.
So I think
so I'll reset. So
Okay, because I think we can
Anyway.
just log off in the right order.
Moomin, you came on and said something. Lots is going on.
Yeah.
What's going on interesting here?
Before we go down the rabbit hole, we've got a quick question from someone who's just come back to the game about the ASB nerf effect Rockals. It affects all capital ships, so you can't fit more than one auxiliary shield booster now to your Rockals. And, well, to be honest, the Rockals that have been dying in Delve have been pretty poorly fit anyway. But yeah, that nerf and change does affect them. They've also changed the Capital Hull Energizer to 95% resist now instead of 99%. So, case in case, capitals are becoming more vulnerable to destruction. But
Yes,
yeah,
that was a big change.
when they announced that at FanFest, they said it, we're changing this. And then there was like, let them all realize that this is going to hit faxes, so it's going to hit faxes and it's going to hit oracles as well. So you can't no longer stick a fax on with triple auxiliary reps on a node and just permanently capture it.
Oops, I just accidentally deleted Newbie.
Poor thing.
I had to fix
my
myself.
internets are deleting myself, man. So,
There you go.
Nothing of value was lost.
Oh, hashtag already replaced.
wow.
That's what we have movement for. It's now
Kind of thinking, should I go out and kill my own type?
You won't kill that jump Freddy though, because Demorg worked really, really hard on that for about 5 minutes.
I don't know. It's pretty funny what you can do with an ACL on a structure.
He's not joking now. Everyone run. That was not a bluff.
So let's go on to Moomin's topic here. So Moomin, you say there's lots going on. What's going on, buddy?
Well, obviously we've had the abyssal kind of like stuff released. We've got the patch as a whole that's like obviously come out. There are things happening in nullsec, which I don't know. I just kind of think that they're a little bit odd. I mean, have you guys been watching nullsec at all?
Tests went north, didn't they?
Yes, they
Invade
have. They've gone and
Generate.
yeah, they've gone to deploy up that way. We've also got the NGSA, which is the National Goon Surveillance Agency, which has been reactivated, and by all accounts, it seems that that's also over in a Geminate typed way as well.
It's in Mapals, whatever. I can never pronounce the Caverns expanse. Something like that.
Yeah, like Malpace or whatever it is. Yeah.
We had Photon last week, which was really good because then we had an equal number of sober people to drunk people on the show.
No, you didn't.
I'll take your word for it. So we've got that movement there. But
I have no clue what he's talking about.
But if you also look at what PH are doing, they're obviously teamed up with Black Legion, Pandemic Legion, and CO2, and they are now fighting Dead Coalition. I think they're calling themselves nowadays.
I like CO2. They're the only time a spokesperson has said, "You can quote me on that," and then deleted the quote.
What, when you were talking to Da
In
Vinci?
an interview that I had, with Da Vinci, it's the only time it's like, "You can quote me on that," and then I'm going to delete this quote.
He is, you know, I cannot understand how CO2 are still active at all in any kind of like capacity. Literally, if you just look at their history, aside from when they were actually in the CFC when they were growing, after that, you know, for like years now, it has just been a complete mess. Just like a fantastic mess. And CO2, arguably, I would say, haven't accomplished anything in years.
They are good at fighting, and they will happily.
Are they?
They will happily escalate ships. So they'll happily escalate.
Sorry, will you?
Feroxes into
you must,
unions, into Gigex dropping his Titan on the battlefield and getting slaughtered.
Ruptures
Don't
and
do that.
stuff like that. It's like ridiculous, you know. Absolutely, it's like the notion that CO2 were an awesome kind of fighting machine.
I wouldn't say awesome. I mean, they were always taking the fight, weren't they? They were like,
no,
they
they
were up
weren't.
for a scrap.
No, they weren't. Yeah, it's like, you know, and I can say this from having sat in DW TAG up in the north, which was the CO2 staging, and easily for about like 6 weeks prior to Dead Coalition giving us 40 Fortizars, CO2 were doing nothing at all. You would be lucky if you would see more than about like 20-30 people in their stager, and they were all docked, and if they formed a fleet, yeah, you might get like, you know, 50 like really terrible ships, ruptures, and that's it, you know, nothing. And remember, that was from.
I think maybe they need an alliance.
This was before the.
I think maybe they need an alliance name.
Well, you have to remember as well.
Syndrome.
Is CO2 at that point were still in the numbers of, it was over a couple of thousand members. So, you know, not being able to, for like really important stuff, as far as a newly reformed alliance, so it should have had good numbers without inactives and stuff like that, you should be looking at easily 10%, and they weren't anywhere close to that. Anyway, my kind of point is, because there's a lot more to the nullsec stuff, is you've got that like going on, but the interesting bit there is Black Legion seem to be taking the lead in all of that action, with ELO obviously leading their efforts. And I was really surprised at how much ELO Knight looks like, I think it's Nick Frost, the friend of Simon Pegg. So he would have done things like Shaun of the Dead and some other kind of films like that. Anyway, ELO really looks like Nick Frost, I think, to me. But that's the side. The interesting bit there, though, is PL are also involved. and we've seen Mercenary Coalition saying that they're going to fold. We've seen SUAS leave Mercenary Coalition and join Pandemic Legion again. We've seen the OSS, which is SUAS's industry alliance, that seems to have folded. And all of these things are like moving, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to shape up yet. You've got Northern Coalition have moved a Shield capital fleet over to defend Geminate, it looks like. Things are happening up north, and how they're going to settle, I'm not too sure at the moment. But it looks like the north generally is like reforming
Man, buddy.
itself to try and actually become effective again.
And that's what we need. We need
Good body count rejoin PL.
Yeah,
and that's what we need. We need the enemy to become a united front and not fighting against each other, so we can send more supers and titans their way.
I'm not even worried about that.
I did get a notification. I did get a notification this morning that we have Sav in Gemini.
Agree?
Yeah, that'll be space violence then,
Yeah.
probably.
Space violence are
And
definitely.
apparently Kendar is busy.
Space violence are definitely leading the assault. During the war, they took a nice system in Pure Blind, and that was literally a leapfrog system into the rest of Pure Blind, so that was pretty decent. Because we were looking at targeting areas and using it as a staging point for the Fremen program. When we were getting ready to kick that into all next gear, and then we were told, "Sorry guys, war's over. We're going home." Like, what?
Yeah, well, it's I tend to worry a little bit about kind of the activity side of things. It did feel a really short campaign, I have to confess. I know that obviously some FCs there's a lot of effort for the larger battles, but I think that there was a lot of potential and still is for us to just send out a few squads again, sit on someone's stuff, and there's a whole rental empire to the east which is just begging to be destroyed.
Hey, I want to give a little shout out to Incubus who joined us, and Baradil who followed the station. So thank you, Baradil, for that.
Definitely gluttons for punishment.
Yes. The so yeah, lots of interesting things going on in Eve.
So Moomin, what are you up to as far as your little SIG and doing stuff? And
He's like, oddly enough, I'm just waiting for the next bit. I have no interest in mining or ratting, or those like types of activities. The only time that I'm having fun really is when we're at war. So that's the bit that I'm kind of waiting for.
War is just.
I think in general that ice miners are going to be a little bit more happy with the amount of ozone that we're going to start consuming
Oh yeah.
these new structures.
And we are just one fireside away from war. Could it be this week? Could it be next week? Tune in and find out. But yes, jump gates, the navigation structures, mass uses of liquid ozone it uses, right? And
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's what a
so
load
there
of
might
people
actually
have.
be a market for it.
Yeah, because there was loads of talk saying should they make cloaking require liquid ozone type of thing.
What?
Just
That would be interesting.
Something needs to use Strunt, for crying out loud.
hey, do you know what uses Strong?
No.
This guy.
No.
This guy, I use Strong. I
I hear a BFG uses Strunt. Is that true?
Yes. Having to go to 1DQ every day and refuel up an avatar full of Strunt is never fun.
Well, Bakerman was
This
talking
is-
about Horde unable to take any or very many systems in branch.
Well, they haven't taken any, really, have they? I think they've got one.
I don't even know if they have
Um,
one.
Let's pull up
Pull up the map.
And cheeky
Pulling
little
it up.
Map knows.
The map news. Let me
The
bring
map
up.
knows all. I mean, it updates at downtime, so it knows all that downtime. Branch.
Well, NC deployed to Vale, so
Sovereignty.
Is that CO2 in LXWN? God, my eyes are so bad on this screen.
Well, I'm gonna bring this in, and then I'll pull up the solve portion of that. So let's. Whoa! Didn't want to move that.
No, that's wrong. It's Caladrius or whatever it is in there.
Let's see what we got here. So
C2 owns Sov in Vale of the Silent.
Yeah, but that's from when they
Two
were
whole
given a
pieces.
couch to crash on from NC, and then for whatever reason, that didn't get taken back.
Yeah. Siberian squad.
we got nothing really.
No, it doesn't look like they've secured any Sov
Well,
yet.
I'm going to do it a slightly different way by actually looking at Pandemic Horde and seeing what SOV they actually hold rather than
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at the map
Map.
bit. It's way easier.
It's more fun. I get to click on
no.
systems.
They haven't got anything there at all in branch yet. And if you give me a sec, I'll have a just quick check on Circle of Two, because remember, Circle of Two were saying, either we take space in branch or we are dead. And that was obviously from non-GigX, whoever that might be, whoever.
I know. In that interview with Da Vinci, when I asked him about it, his answer was, "You should let it go."
Yeah, which is like, there again.
Is this person ban evading? Oh, you should probably let that go. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
a
like,
fetish. I'm like, okay.
and then they're going on. It's like we've got some kind of strange crush on CO2 or something.
Yeah, we
I'm
got
just
weird
thinking,
fetish.
well,
So they're keep
no,
they're
it-
keep
it's not-
they're protecting ban evading.
Well,
It's
it's
2018.
not a weird fetish. It's a case of they betrayed us. We will destroy them. That's it.
Buttercup, the map shows TCUs, but it also shows the SOV level, so you can look at it to see if it's got upgrade. And if you click on it, it shows you who owns the iHub for it as well.
Anyway, so I mean, although you can say that they haven't necessarily taken space, but they've had some really good kind of wins up there. I seem to remember it was Siberian Squad got hit for what was it, about 800 billion in capital
Yeah.
losses.
Baited Titans got baited.
Yeah, and there we go. But that was possibly just foolishness on their part and underestimating what they're up against. It's not as if they can use capitals in quite the same way as when they were friendly with the rest of PanFam. But there again, I don't understand why they're even attacking Dead Coalition. Simply to do with the fact that it doesn't seem to make sense. The only bit that makes sense
Apparently
is
Sort talks shit about GigX, and so he wasn't happy about that. So the whole chat shit.
well,
gets
it's not
banned.
like they're gonna attack us at the moment. So they gotta have some
Yeah, but
kind
really-
of-
yeah, and that's the bit that I'm kind of getting through to, which is it almost feels like they're so desperate for a win that they are literally picking on one of the weakest entities that they can, that isn't necessarily core PanFam. I mean, you could argue, okay, well, why didn't they pick on CO2? Well, it's very hard to kind of pick on a group that doesn't even hold SOV. So, what's the point? GOTG, though, different kettle of fish. But you look at PanFam, PH, NC, they're not going to fight each other. Black Legion have massive ties into PanFam as well. And if anything, it's been really interesting to see Bob mentioned more than once recently. So that's not Bob, Wormhole Bob. that is Band of Brothers, Bob. And, you know, it's still very much a case of Northern Coalition Dot is very much the core of Band of Brothers from years ago.
The ones that Goons destroyed.
Well, obviously we didn't destroy them particularly well because all they did was fragment, go into another kind of group, and they've hidden their activities like considerably over the years.
Well, they did their raiding thing
Yeah,
right
and
after.
there was IT Alliance as well, wasn't there as well?
Yeah. So after IT got crushed and raiding, and that's kind of when everything all splintered off to the north there.
Yeah, exactly. But is the core Bob membership, as it were, has always existed. This is one of the things that I find funny when people go, "Oh, Goons are hell bent on destroying CO2, but if they destroy CO2, we're going to lose all of those players." No, we're not.
No,
It's like we don't
get
historically.
another
They just join a different group.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
if anything,
everybody rebrands.
if anything, CO2 being destroyed and going somewhere else is arguably healthier for the game than CO2 being allowed to exist.
Yeah, you don't have to watch your back as much.
Well, it's just, you know, they will actually become hopefully effective as opposed to ineffective.
Yeah, but if we don't have CO2, then we can't get Da Vinci quotes that aren't really quotes.
Yeah, to be honest with you, is given the amazing prowess and performance of the CO2 diplomatic team over the years, I'm going to say no great loss.
They have a diplomatic team. I didn't know that.
Okay, I will read you. I will read you a deleted quote. When I pull
Well,
up
it's not really a quote because it doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist. So what happens is when you delete the log chats on Discord, it doesn't help if someone's already copied the chat first.
Hold on,
When you
run
tried
that by
to
me again, dear.
Nah, you're gonna love this moment.
Also, shout out to Blood Patch for the follow. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Links are spooky. Yes, they are.
So while we're
Yeah,
waiting,
it's like, you know, please bear with me, caller.
please bear with us, caller. We're having some technical difficulties. No, and
My
while,
research team is actively researching.
and Van Agus, thank you for the follow. One of the things we want to remind folks is that Push Talk is now on podcast as well. You can see that by going to push2talkshow.com. And you can catch the non-video version later during the week, so you can re-listen to us chatting, or if you miss a show. All right, you ready,
Did
Miss?
you tell them about the
Yes.
bonus with followers?
I haven't set that up yet, but yes, we're working on something very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
We've got, so the quote was, "That's correct. I'm the one that puts more than 3 words in a sentence. Makes me a spokesperson, I guess."
I feel let down.
Yeah, I feel let down as well. It's like the next time that you
I
can't
really
stand
feel
in
let
front
down.
of me,
How many?
I'm just going to say no, not
How-
interested.
How many show interns did we have researching that for us? Jeez, fire.
4.
I mean, it's like
someone,
Miss, you've really got to learn how to finish, but
Yeah, can someone revoke Miss Warden's
Is that-
press pass, please?
I
Is
said
that?
half one, apparently.
Is it? I don't know. Newbie, I'm just gonna let your comment slide.
this
I don't
is
know. Something
this
about
is my Mist Warden crash.
You know what? That's what the bee's hair reminds me of. It's Miss Warden's hair.
Oh
Now that
my
you say
God.
it, that is
Yeah.
actually very true.
There
I
we
was
go.
like, hair looks like something, and I couldn't figure it out. And I just realized it.
There you go.
Although I have to say as well, the bee is actually slightly more attractive. Sorry, Mist.
Yeah, the bee is the Gerber baby bee.
No, yeah, come on, be nice.
Why?
Don't want a civil war now, do we? Because on
Yes.
Purge Night, Scythe, I'm coming for you.
I don't. I just want to undock. I know how this game works.
I think
I have learned the PL combat strategies.
Well, let's do
I've
since
studied in the art of war.
none of us actually know the answer. Okay, let's do some hypothesizing on where and when do we think we might go to war and Moomin start having some fun in the game.
I think Pandemic Horde, couple months' time, with the Shield super fleet. Is my prediction.
I want to be Moomin's Secret Santa and buy him a Rorqual.
Oh, bless, thanks.
Just to make him mine, he has something to battle work in. Finally.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding a Rorqual actually because I know that once I do, I will just go off and mine, and I would have completed that true bitter vet thing, and I'll just be like a big bag of self-loathing mining away.
So
Moomin's new meta, Cloaky Scout Rorqual.
There you go.
I am considering. Well, I'd like the Imperium as a whole to have enough Titans, both shield and armor, that we can just literally have them cloaked up in every system in the game, and then that's it. Then that's truly game over.
Cloaky Titan camping.
Yeah.
One thing you did touch upon is Secret Santa, because it's the season now. We got multiple Secret Santas and coming up, and you might want to have to start giving something away. And here at Push to Talk, we're going to help you out with exciting giveaways.
I have no idea what he's talking about, people.
Yeah, he's
We
making
talked
this
about
shit
this-
up.
He's trying.
We talked about this shit in the free show.
Something Titan ratting Amok is recruit.
Hey, so
I'm very proud I got someone else to say it, but
yeah, Screaming PC says he thinks we're going to war in February. I think that's a little long to wait. I think it's much sooner, but who knows?
Yeah,
That's
no,
way
it's-
too long to wait. I can't make it till February without a war. There's just no way.
get a high second start one.
I'd be paying up for a war for, I don't know, it can start today. It would be nice if we can, just all go to the fireside chat today from Mittens. And Mittens goes, yeah, we're back up to scratch because the MER results came out this week. And that's right up your street, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, but I didn't have any power the last couple of days, so I didn't have a chance to look at it yet. But Newbie did post something in Discord that was like, our penis is bigger than everybody else's penis combined.
We
He's
have
not
very big
wrong.
penis.
It really is. It's pretty great.
And it is
And
as
of course,
girthy as it is lengthy.
And of course, all the obligatory Nerf Goons posts on Reddit immediately.
You know how you nerf goons? You turn off the server. That's the only way to
Probably
beat
is.
They're just going to start doing alliance bans.
We have the
You're be in a
numbers,
fleet,
we have
all of
the
a sudden,
ability
Amok
to-
disappears from the field.
We have the sure not level of just not giving a shit that we will just commit, And I just can't beat the goons at that. We just don't care. We will do the thing as hard as possible.
But
And-
this is one of the things that I find interesting about all of this is after the first part of the casino war, so like when we were back up north, we came down to Delve. We had an idea of what we wanted to do, and we set about doing it. We then spent 2 years investing time into actually getting it done.
Mhm.
And now people are complaining that we've actually invested 2 years and lots of planning and lots of trial and error and lots of arguably humiliation along the way, because it's like, our hostiles mocked us for the Hakonnen deployment.
Yeah.
They mocked us as well for 9 TAC 4, 94 TAC, 9 TAC 4, wasn't it? Keepstar as well. They've done all of that, and we've just pulled out a win. In fact, we've just pulled out a magnificent win, and they're upset because they didn't put in any work at all.
So-
It's just Yeah.
So is it just that everybody else is a casual player and we're just more serious, or what is it that makes us be more organized in this way and put in this effort? Does anybody know?
It's just that
Thoughts?
we will min-max anything.
No, well, you say that, but it's like the other places will, but I think that they became complacent on the things that allowed them to generate the income in order to support the playstyle that they liked. You know, so
No,
renting the old moons, like all of those are forms of income that are massively passive. You don't need to do anything about it. You know, part of me thinks is like with all the people making suggestions all the time that they do, which normally is a prelude to their saying that they're going to run for a CSM. What I'd like to see is like, say that you don't log into the game, you no longer accumulate skill points after a certain point. They just start to degrade over time.
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's like how much. It's like, you know, if you're listening to this Pearl Abyss, you owe me for that one because that will make you loads in microtransactions.
Yeah, it'll at least keep people logging in.
Damn right. Get people logging in, then you've actually got a nice, healthy game. Just saying.
That's that's
Yep.
not wrong.
And think about this in terms of, I mean, any club you wanna do, be it a sporting club, gun club, hunting club, whatever, right? Eve is sort of like that. If people don't log in and remember the fun that they had in the game every once in a while and keep coming and visiting Eve, I think you may be onto something. They just kind of like, oh yeah, fade away, right?
Yeah, so like the character kind of like fade away. I mean, it's like, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be like abusive. Anyway, it's like, what have you done? It's like, I'm not running for CSM. It's like most of the ideas actually put forward by any like player of Eve are normally shit. By the way, talking of shit, Chesser's left.
Just also a reminder. That's kind of how it used to be. You used to have, because you didn't have that super infinite skill queue that we have. You used to have to log in regularly, and updating skill queues, you only put 24 hours of skill in there, so you actually had to watch that.
set alarm clocks for the middle of the night.
Nobody here ever alarm clocked to redo their skill queue, did they?
I drove an hour and a half to fix my skill queue.
Maybe.
One time.
Yeah. More than once. It'd be like 3 a.m.
I literally drove from my university home because I forgot my my power cord for my laptop and I needed it so I could skill queue.
Nice. That would be that's an interesting concept, Moomin. It really is. I've not even thought of that. You know, don't log into Eve, let your subscription lapse, and then start losing skill points or something like that. That's interesting.
That's it. I am as smart as I am good looking.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Right now,
I am that
you
good
look
looking.
like a little Discord blob, so
Got it.
that's pretty great.
To even add on to that, like, since you're no longer a quote-unquote regular clone, since you have trained, at the end of this, you kind of like do the whole like Thanos like dusting away thing when you log in. You're like, oh god, I forgot about my character, and then you just open it up and he's in your little character selection sheet, and he just blows away in the wind.
Hey, Roll Tide's here.
God damn it, newbie.
So, for those who don't understand it, RJ may have moved to a section of the country where the
He hates their
Crimson
football.
Tide might be a very popular football team from college, and
It's a little too popular.
and he might not like the new environment with which he has decided to reside in.
Not when you live with a Ducks fan.
Yeah, he's like,
Whack.
it's the greeting of the day there. It's like how they communicate. Every sentence starts with Roll Tide and ends with Roll Tide.
Yeah, it's the military. Roll Tide, sir. Roll Tide. Whatever.
Roll Tide, how are you doing today, Roll Tide?
Yeah, that's how you can tell a foreigner. You
Oh,
just
God,
don't
now I
know the
Why
password.
are you saying roll tide?
So it's
It's a University of Alabama thing.
Yeah.
College football thing. They get a little like crazy.
as in American football, for those who are questioning that here.
The hand
That
egg
did-
one, not the
The
football.
hand egg.
Hand egg.
Correct.
Egg.
Hand egg. The appropriate terminology for it.
Yeah, Nick Saban is like RJ's daddy.
Oh yeah, American football. That's the one where you're supposed to kneel when they do the song at the beginning, isn't it?
Oh,
Is
for
there
fuck's
hold on?
sake.
Is there a trap door? Because I'm letting Moomin through it this time. Holy shit!
Yeah, where's
Would you like me to activate it? It's pretty great.
where's the keel hauling interns at?
I can literally hit a button and then it makes Moomin disappear.
Yeah, go for it. As far as
This
I'm
is the
concerned.
this is the non-kneeling show. Sorry.
Your threats mean nothing to me, Skivvy.
I hope they wouldn't.
No, they don't.
Moomin gets
Mostly because I won't do it because this is good. This is good content.
Moomin gets 2 squeaks for that one. Good. There you go. Good
So
job.
what's all
Moomin
with the squeaky
squeaks.
bees? Like, have they been handing those out? Did you get them from
Why not?
Vegas?
Why not?
When we did Eve Pittsburgh, Scythe brought us all bees.
We had the official Patriotic Tendencies Officers Retreat last weekend, and everyone got a squeaky bee. It was one of my contributions beside a really good bourbon.
Somebody may have been drunk last week. I don't remember.
All
I
of you.
think a lot of
All
us were
you
drunk.
were drunk.
And we almost died when we were sober.
5 or 6
We
times.
We almost
We
died
almost
like
got an
12
up-close
times.
look at corn.
Yes. Oh, what is this? No outlet. I think I'll slam on my brakes. Screw
No,
turning
he
left.
accelerated for a second, and then he's like, "Oh, fucking turn."
Who put this sign here?
Who put this cornfield where the road is supposed to be?
By the way, none of the people on the show here were driving at the time or saying those comments.
The
just so you
person
know.
who did this driving may or may not have read poetry in Klingon about the Drake battlecruiser for us last week on the show.
There you go.
Oh,
Two-
right. Was
two
that the one that
seconds.
turned up on? It was one of Ash's fleets, I think it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, he was just. Asher was saying he's like, say something in another language that's quite nerdy, and then someone just like started piping
No.
up in Klingon.
That wouldn't be this guy because he'd have to log in to do that.
There again,
Yeah,
I'm
about-
not sure when it was done.
Yeah.
So Moomin, about 2 seconds before we figured out that anti-locking brakes are really a good thing, Eric and I are in the back seat, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm like sliding off of this seat." Next thing we know, I'm like
Eric-
sitting in Scythe's lap in the front seat.
Yeah, those brakes were hit a little hard a few times.
It's pretty great though.
I dread to think what you were actually doing, and I'm wondering whether or not I'm actually
So-
becoming an
The
accessory to a
best is
crime.
we're going to pick up beer.
Was this
That's
the
when we were going to go pick up 2 kegs that I brought back to Michigan.
Now you're an accessory to crime, Moomin.
Oh dear.
So yeah, so our driver, who's a beloved director in Patriotic Tendencies, which is recruiting,
They are.
he can't drive. I mean, I don't know if any of you guys ever seen what's that show on TV, NCIS, where the Israeli chick can't drive. That's pretty much it.
She's no longer in the show. That makes me sad.
No, but she's very hot. She's actually Peruvian.
I know it's probably bad of me. I've never watched anything like the NCIS stuff, any of them.
You're
I know
fine.
there's a bunch of them.
You can give it a go.
You're
Lost-
fine.
Yeah.
Like season 3 to 11 is all good.
Yeah, the Incubus, the rate of speed of the vehicle was a little faster than the driving Miss Daisy vehicle.
There was also not a giant freaking old school caddy or whatever.
Which-
so if we hit something, we all would have died.
Which is, it's fine if you're on a highway. However, somebody decided to diverge from the main roads and take every back-ass cornfield road they could find to get from point A to point B because they used to live here and kind of remember how to drive those
Used to
roads.
live there 5 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Who put that sign there? I mean, it was a good lesson in physics that a body in motion stays in motion. As we go slamming into the seats in front of us.
Were you not
Seatbelts are a
wearing-
thing too, kids.
I
Make
was,
sure
I was
you
going to
wear
say,
your
it's like, were you
seatbelts.
not wearing seatbelts?
No, not in the back
No,
seat.
we were
no.
not.
No,
No, well, that was pretty silly of you then, really, wasn't it?
I
It-
was concerned
it
as
was.
one of the front seat people when there are other people in my lap who weren't there a second ago. I was concerned.
Well, you say that.
We slammed on the brakes, and I looked to my left, and Eric is sitting on the console in the front seat, and I went, "How the fuck did he get here?"
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a little over the top exaggeration, not a much in some of these
Yeah,
comments.
just slightly.
Not much. Your head was where mine was as I was sitting there in the front seat.
This is true. Mine was like, it was like The Shining. Here's John.
Surprise lap dance then, like.
Yeah.
Someone ended up on your lap that wasn't there a second ago.
But it was a blast. I wish he was here to defend himself.
But it's always nice to
It
know
could've
that
been.
you can have those sorts of incidents, and for everyone to walk away nice and happy about the whole thing. But yeah, I'm sure it could have been worse.
The best was when
Anyway,
Scythe insulated two kegs from hitting each other with a bag filled with glass bottles.
I take 60% of that. Newbie needs to take the other 40%.
I do take that. I put the cooler in between the two kegs.
I
fully
take the responsibility of not realizing it was a cooler.
Yes, you said it was luggage. We put luggage.
I thought it was like a little like day trip bag or some shit. I was not paying attention at all. But yeah, the best is we go around a corner. You hear row. Oh, what did y'all put between the crunch? The cooler. He goes, oh yeah, there's glass in there. And there just dies.
I needed oxygen before we got to
did.
the destination. I couldn't breathe. I was
It's
laughing
like-
so hard.
And there's like that sounded like glass. Yeah, there was glass bottles of beer in there.
Alrighty, so
Was.
let's pull this back to Eve. We've got about 7 minutes left here.
Free
What?
skill points this weekend. We
Daily.
I actually got mine.
I got mine. I
get free
got.
skill points. Yeah.
I got.
Oh,
Well, did you have an earthquake there, Mist? What happened? Jeez.
I put one leg up and it knocked the table.
There you go.
Isn't that a British thing?
I got-
Lego.
I got 50,000 skill points. Was I supposed to?
Yes.
Yes, it's
because
50,000 a day.
You have cash money, so you have an Omega, so you get 50,000 skill points a day.
Gotcha.
I'm doing my
Hey.
alphas right now.
Yeah, I haven't logged in all
Yeah,
my accounts
I-
today, but I will finish that out soon.
So you have 4 days to complete the dailies, and there are 2 days that you can log in. So you can start it Friday from downtime, and it runs till Monday downtime. So as long as you log in for 2 separate days across that period, you get the skill points for your character. They also work for accounts created this weekend. So if you create an account this weekend, you do get those additional bonus skill points.
I should note though, if
your
you are an
alphas get
alpha
half.
account, and that was exactly the point I was about to make. So only 25k for alpha accounts.
Yeah, 25 for Alpha a day, 50 a day for Omega.
Well, you know, there's somebody somewhere just making alpha accounts right now, and they've been doing it for a day and a half now, right?
What's the game for that?
They can extract
Or
them,
just-
right? I don't
No.
know.
they-
No,
they
not
practice
on
how-
an alpha.
Ah,
So-
nice.
You can train. You get your free training up to 5 million, and then you extract at 5.5 million. So when you get to 5 million, you then have to effectively either use the daily alpha boosters or a little bit of training to get you up to that 5.5 million to then extract down. Because because I had like 5.3 something, and then when CCP gave us the 250,000 skill points as to apologise for something that was broken, I don't know what, probably chat. I was then able to extract that character because those 250 skill points pushed that character over the threshold.
Ah,
And I
gotcha.
was then able to then extract out. So thank you CCP for 400 million disc that day.
Yeah, but isn't it now we're at a point where the old SP farms are actually not economically viable
So
anymore?
this wasn't an SP farm. This was a character that I had ages ago that I just stripped down.
Yeah, but
LP.
I know it sounds strange, but this isn't all about you, Mist. So,
We're just making a statement that was following. Yeah, SP farms feel like they're like wormholes now and just become collateral damage to these new daily quests, these new free skill points that are getting given out. I think there's a lot of things around with the Plex price because people are holding their wallets, waiting for a Black Friday sale, because they're expecting it. They're expecting a sale. So they're like, well, there's no point dropping cash now if I can wait and get more monies later. That's why Plex prices have been climbing up through the roof. Simply because the demand for Plex is still there, it's just the supply is not.
Yeah, I've been watching that as well with Plex prices. They seem to continue to rise at the moment, and I'm trying to like work out what's going on there realistically because I wouldn't have expected it to rise.
It's people not spending money buying Plex when are going to use that money at the end of the month at the Black Friday sales. Like if there's no Black Friday sale or anything like that, you would probably see people buying into Plex and the market then making a move then. But there's something I wouldn't put past CCP or any third-party retailer is a half-price Galaxy Pack sale.
Right, we'll be holding you to your word then.
Yeah, I expect some Galaxy Pack to be on sale for at least 50%, either from a third-party distributor around the Black Friday window. If I'm wrong, I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone gets a carrier.
Noisy popped into chat there and said Plex prices started rising as soon as CCP sold to PA.
Oh, well, you kind of say that, but when I was looking at the in-game like history, because that's the only time that I generally tend to look at it, it seemed to have been definitely rising since the sale of like PA, but I hadn't necessarily seen it like dropping for 11 months because I'm sure about a year ago it was something like about 2.7 million. And then it seemed to have like broken that 3 million, quite frequently ever since.
Why would you kick AMOC? We're probably not the worst groups of people around.
Yeah, whatever. The only people that kind of look worse than AMOC is Enly, I think it is.
I don't know. What about Negrep?
Negrep are lovely. It's like we also have the best posters and writers in the game. Definitely.
Heck has been trying to recruit me to Negrep since I joined Good.
Isn't that poaching?
No, it's
No.
not the same thing.
Yeah, okay, so why wouldn't you join Negrep? I mean, we got like Kumni, Zungan, it's just like, numerous names. Ganel, actually people that are competent.
Yeah, but
Why would
Panda actually has, like, better people.
Why would you want to
Ooh.
surround yourselves with people who are better than you when you can
If
be
you-
in an inferior corp and feel good about yourself?
We have our own Corp Wookie.
Yeah.
I don't know how that makes us better.
If
It
you
just-
if you want
it just
if you
sounds
want a
like-
Wookie, you're definitely the best Corp.
Why do I feel like you're marketing us as the furry corp? Come on.
Yeah, I was going to say this took on a bit of a strange direction pretty
I am
quickly.
liking whatever it is you're doing to make him look really short right now.
All right. So yeah, Gun. Okay, let's frame
Scythe is tall.
let's frame Scythe's tallness. He
is
walks from my foyer into my kitchen and has to duck to get through the doorway.
Holy shit.
Okay. He ducks every time.
He is the doorway.
I think he's having some
He's
problems.
No, he's talking and he doesn't even realize his mic is like behind his head right now because.
You're right. I'm asshole. So just for
Wow.
the Europeans to understand this, I am 203 centimeters tall.
Okay,
So
and
there's
what's that in feet and
6
inches?
feet 8 inches.
Okay, that's really odd because I'm actually 4'6".
How's that odd?
Which
I'm 3'36".
which part of the Shire?
So
are
I
you
need to
from?
be careful around you, Skiddy.
Well, I guess step on
Because
you on accident if I'm not careful.
it's not so much that. It's just kind of my eye height would be
My dick level, yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Moomin, you can hang out with Mrs. Eric. She's not much.
Yeah,
taller.
no, that's cool. That might be a bit safer. Eye height might be a bit more appealing.
Speaking of Penn, our man Ingress has just subscribed for 26 months in a
All
row.
right. Well done, Ingress. Good job. Thank you for
Yeah,
that
so the
subscription.
Wookiee
for that
comments is because I am a Wookiee in the Rebel Legion. There you go.
one. All right, folks. It's 2:02. I'm going to go around the room for famous last words. And I'm going to give... Moomin, you're going to get the last word. The absolute final last word. But I'm going to start with Mist.
I'm excited to see what they're going to be planning with daily quests. I love to see more skill points and able to get the lower end players up to a bit more par with the higher end players. And the activity tracker's pretty good. I'm liking it. You'll be able to read about my thoughts and how it can be used tomorrow on INN when I publish another article. Yeah, of course, INN is recruiting. We're always looking for new, fresh
That is
talent.
such a shameless plug.
I so
It
have
is.
to write an
It
article
is.
or I'm going to be in trouble.
Obviously, we're all looking for extra talent content. You don't need to have to be able to write. I can't write. Our editors do amazing work. And if you are one of those people, feel free to drop in, say hello. We can probably get you sorted away. Moomin does writing. See if they let him in, they let anyone in.
Oh. It's the burn. All right, Newbie, you're up.
Yeah, it's snowing. It's going to keep
Snowing.
snowing and more snow, and I'll be putting down lots of interesting structures for the next couple of weeks.
All righty. Scythe, you're up.
Got nothing. Don't worry about it.
All right, there you go. He's got nothing, ladies and gentlemen. RJ, are you still alive, or are you just like
Yeah,
hanging
I'm
out?
here.
What's your...
Thank you, CCP, for the 3D mouse support in Eve. A lot of other 3D softwares and so on that actually help make the game should follow suit, and CCP should go contact those game companies and say, hey, you're dumb. We did it first. We are. So, yeah, thank you. And then once I get done with this project, I'll actually be able to use the damn thing.
Cool. So I will answer Sniper Fire. The birthday was awesome. Thank you, Newbie, for everything. The large quantity of pork products that we've been eating,
No, thank you, man.
and it was great to have you out there. Same for you, Scythe. Great to have you out, and even Demorg, who almost killed us 18,000 times over the weekend. It was nice to have him
question is,
here.
how long is that bottle I bought you gonna last?
You know what? I
Probably
haven't.
dead.
No,
It's already half gone.
It's a little less than half gone. But yeah, I'll be. Remember, we had no power, so
Yeah.
really wasn't drinking. We're just trying to keep warm.
Yeah.
So it was good. And now we are on to Moomin. Moomin, you get the final word of the show, sir.
That's a bit tricky. What do I need to do in order to get someone to start a war with goons?
Pay for it. With
Oh.
the casino.
Literally supply them capital ships and other stuff, and literally just say, you bring the competent pilots, we'll give you a good fight.
Now, all of that all sounds like a lot of effort and hassle, to be honest with you. Can't I just, I don't know, call someone's significant other a bit big-boned or something, or of loose morals?
Who's this? Why are you swinging the fishing hook at? Who are you trying to get to buy?
Well, I don't know. I don't really mind who we're going to war with. It's just a case of, I'd like it to go to war again with someone. So, I don't know. The Subaru is a really terrible car. Take that test.
The Subaru.
The Subaru
Subaru.
car manufacturer.
How did you come up with Subaru? Can I ask that question?
That's a pizza slice shop. The Subarus.
Well, anyway, there we go. I don't have anything else aside from the Imperium are absolutely crushing the game. Delve is an absolute heaven of industrial activity. Everyone bows before the power and the might of the Imperium. And yeah, see you next week.
So, let me steal the last thing. So what you're
Oh,
saying,
stealing.
Moomin? Let me try and encapsulate this. What you're saying
Fight
is
us.
by not attacking Delve, everybody else is bending a knee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much so. Not just bending a knee either, let me tell you. It's like literally on both knees, mouth open.
That's
Let me translate this entire bullshit y'all have taken. Fight us, bitches. That's
It would-
it.
it
That's
would
all you
actually-
need. The
it
two
would
words.
actually be wonderful not to have to make 50 Sino jumps for a change.
Yeah, and
I-
I just to make it even more tempting to anyone out there that might be kind of like thinking about this. There are over 10,000 structures in Imperium space, so there's lots to do down there.
so
So many structures to bash.
So we expect next show we're going to have an announcement. Moomin's, free ship program for anybody willing to attack Delve. He'll be giving away free ships in SOC. So make sure that you go there and open a trade with him.
Hype business for everyone.
To,
Alrighty, hey, thank you, Moomin, very much for joining the show. Thank you, everybody else. Thank you, everybody in the audience. And we will see you same time next weekend, provided everybody has electricity. That's about
yeah.
it.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Go
people.
Plow.